What's up, YouTube? You'll see me a little bit on camera here. Hi. Today I'm here repairing the GameCube. So I'm having the infamous no disc error.
Call around, see if anybody's got a number for
I've tested it. The disc spins, the laser comes on. So we do have to just calibrate it. I've tried calibrating it a couple times. It may just be a bad laser at this point. Let me curve this background just in case. You know, as a result, I'll have to just replace the laser or this whole unit here. So, I've already taken the clamshell off. To do that, for those of you who don't know, you just need one of these game bit tools. Mine is a bit of a multi-tool. Fits right in there, takes it right off. This is a G4.5 is the size on it. I already took the clamshell off to save a little bit of time. I'm going to put this attachment back on, this small Phillips head, because we're going to need it. Now, so we're going to have to break this down a little bit more to get the disk drive, I'm forgetting my terminology here, the disk drive unit, the disk drive assembly, there we go, that's the wording I'm looking for, out of the GameCube. The first parts are very simple. We're going to remove this back plate here. Hopefully you guys can all see this very well on camera. We're going to push forward gently, lift up, and that's it. That comes right off. Front is much the same. Push forward gently, lift up, and it's going to come out and up. Now we're going to remove these two screws. Hopefully you guys can see that on camera. We're going to go ahead and remove these two screws. Place them off to the side. We need a standard Phillips head for this. We also have a multimeter over there. Anybody who wants to comment on this video and tell me how to use the multimeter better if I use it wrong, please do. I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, those screws are out. We're going to lift this up out of here, and we're going to take the front plate off and just put it off to the side. We're going to leave this little guy hanging here. We don't need to detach it or anything like that. If it comes out when you're doing it, it's fine. It's an easy fix. So the next thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to turn this just in case it's not very visible on camera, is I'm going to remove these two clips here. So I'm going to have it sitting like this while I do it, just so I can see it better and you guys can see it better. But we're going to remove these two clips. I'm going to do this a very specific way. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, that one's out. Come on. There we go. Alright. Pull that out. Put it to the side. Now, you can remove the clips first, or you can remove the fan assembly first. It's up to you. It really doesn't matter which option you choose. Okay, I did not have this one all the way out like I thought I did. There we go. And that's gone. Next, I'll turn it this way. We're going to take out the fan assembly. Now, I'm not going to completely disconnect it from the GameCube because it's just not necessary for our purposes. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this screw here and this screw here. That's going to be, again, with the same size Phillips screwdriver. As you can see why that's happening, my screws are kind of loose. I might have stripped them a bit on my fan unit, which sucks. Not a lot I can do about that. So we're going to go ahead and just lift it out. It's going to be what it's going to be. Okay, that one's out. And this one's going to be trickier to reach, so I'm just going to kind of let it come out with the unit. We're going to lift this out carefully and pull back. Pop this screw out here. Some tutorials you will see on here will tell you to disconnect this part out of here, and so you can set this to the side. You really don't need to. You can just leave that hanging like that. Now, next step we're going to do is we're going to remove 12 screws that are on here. These 3 here, these 4 here, and if you're very eagle-eyed, you might see something that I accidentally did on this side, and 5 screws here for a total of 12. Once we get those removed, we will be able to remove the disc drive assembly itself from the bottom part of the chassis, harness, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these screws. Hopefully you can see as much of it in as good of detail as possible. Standard Phillips head screwdriver to remove it once again. Oh good, thank you for not falling into the bottom part. So I don't want to have to tip that. Yes, I could speed this part up. I'm just going to go slow and show it to you guys so that you guys can see all the movement. Also, I'm not the handiest at editing. Anybody wants to help me with that or give me tips on that, those tips are welcome. Any feedback you have as far as things I can do better in this, also welcome. There we go. And 2 more on this side. Although one of which will just come right out relatively easily. There's that one, and then this one. Well, shoot. It actually secured a little bit. And that's out. And then these last 3 screws. Right here. I'm also not speeding this up so you guys can see in real time just how long it takes, which is really not long at all. Alright, so all those screws are removed. As we can see, the clips are removed. These are removed. These are removed. And I'm going to spin it all the way around so you guys can see it. So all that's removed. So now we're going to go ahead and lift up the disc drive assembly and remove it. We're going to put the rest of this off to the side because we don't need to mess with that. And now we have our disc drive assembly. We just need to do one more thing with it to be able to get to the laser adjustment itself. And that's this. We're going to flip it over. We're going to be careful because we don't want to break this piece off because that's our door latch. We break that off, the GameCube will never recognize that this door is closed unless we put something on top of it to hold it shut. So much fun. And therefore it won't play the game. So now we have these 6 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pointing them out in case they're hard to see on camera. And we're going to remove those 6 screws. And that will lead us to the motherboard where we need to, of the disc drive assembly, which is where we need to be to adjust the potentiometer of the laser so we can hopefully get this laser finally working. And this will be the last time I attempt this, at least today for sure. I might attempt it a couple more times before just giving up on the laser, but the amount of time I've put in working on this laser, it's kind of a foregone conclusion to me that the laser is just absolutely done for. Alrighty. Also one of the quietest videos I've done. Background noise. Because I usually like to have some kind of background noise going. I put a video of me doing, I put a couple videos, a couple parts on this on TikTok as well. It's a lot more hasty, if you want to say it that way, it's stripped down because I literally was like, alright, here's where we're at, this is what we're going to do next. Let me do that, and then we'll come right back, pause the video, whatever. But, alright, so this is completely undone, so we're just going to lift it up, and we're going to set it off to the side. So, what we're looking for to adjust this potentiometer is this guy right here. So, I'm going to turn it this way, so that it's up here. Some tutorials will tell you different things. as long as you kind of pay attention to what you're doing. Now, I'm going to put this on screen, hopefully, so you guys can see what it's reading for me as well. 7.2, 30. Last time I checked it, it went all the way up to 60. $80 for a second there. Oh, no more fun. Okay, so we're gonna adjust this about 1/8 to 1/4 of a turn to the left. So we want to go counterclockwise. Should be more than enough. We'll measure this again. And again, if any of you guys out there, any of you experts out there, well, let me know that I'm doing this wrong and how to do it better. $50, $109, $111. By Joe, that's looking pretty good. So that's kind of where we want it. So let's go ahead. We're gonna turn this off. Hola! Don't do that. Yay! That was not what I wanted. I'm gonna put that off to the side, and we're gonna put this back together. It's pretty straightforward how it goes back together. Go ahead and put this back on here. There we go. We're going to get these 6 screws back where they belong. These 2 holes back here, it's hard to see. Those are going to be the toughies for me. Hopefully everything is as clear as possible on camera when I go back and review this before and do what little editing I can. Oh goodness, get in there. Before posting this. And I'm brand new at this. This is the first console I've ever worked on that I've had issues with. Now that I know how to do this, I have some issues with my PlayStation 2 that I would love to work on. Now, I might have solved them already by swapping some cords, but I would love to crack open some other consoles, take a look at what's going on with them, and see what I can do to try to fix them. Because I'm kind of enjoying tinkering with this and cutting this open and all that. I'm gonna get more tools. I'm gonna get myself a soldering gun. Practice soldering on stuff that I'm not gonna worry about ruining or that I'm not gonna destroy before I actually really try to solder. Because I'm not calling anybody dumb. Everybody does things their own way. Everybody learns their own way. I am not gonna be the one to just go, all right, I got solder. I got a soldering gun. Let me heat up my soldering gun, my soldering iron, whatever you want to call it. Put the solder on it, and let's just go ahead. Hopefully I don't ruin this GameCube that I'm trying to play, or whatever console, or whatever, motherboard I'm working on. So, yeah. Alright, those are back in. We're going to slide this guy back in. And this is going to, again, be straightforward. So this is going to sit like this, basically. It's straightforward because this is going to connect it to here, and these, of course, are going to cover over here. Hopefully you're seeing all these motions on camera, and they're not just dead motions. These here, and this guy, these here, and this guy is going to go into here. So, slide that back down. It's on there. The first thing I like to do is secure these clips on here. So let's go ahead and see if I can do this backwards. Yes, drop that right in. And these line up only one way, so there's really no way to drop them in there incorrectly. Alright, perfect. Oh, hold on. I just did drop this on there incorrectly before I bend the damn clip. Pardon my language. I did bend it a little bit, but hopefully it'll bend back when I put it in the right way. Come out of there. Get out. Oh, God. That was violent. Alright, so yeah, that was my fault with the way I put that on there. You can put it on there backwards. Don't do it. I talked a big game, and then for the very first time ever, I managed to mess it up. And I've cracked this, and I've cracked GameCubes open so many times at this point. I've cracked into this so many times and taken it apart, put together so many times, it's not even funny. And I still made that mistake. Goes to show I'm still human, huh? Scoop this on there. Hopefully I have this well enough on camera. Hate to have to try to refilm this, especially if I got it right, finally. Alright, so next, I'm going to put all these screws back in here. I'm going to do my best to show it on camera. It's very important to do these screws before you put the fan assembly back in, because again, the fan assembly does block where some of these screws go. That's one. Uh-oh. Come on. Come on. Get on there. That's two. No! Oh, come on. Got it right back out. I hate when I do that. I'm sure that got caught on camera with it falling into the bottom. It's easy enough fix, but it's still annoying. Just a little. I'm going to keep this on camera as much as possible. Much better lighting than the TikTok videos I shot. Alright, next. This side, oh boy. I'm going to flip this one. Go ahead and drop that bad boy in. Tighten it up. Even though we all know it's not going to. No, I'm not too worried about that not getting tightened down there because the rest of the screws are nice and tight, so it's not like this thing moves, because with all the other screws in it, it does not move at all. It's pretty darn secure. I'm hoping I finally got it, because I'm kind of at the point where if I didn't get it, then it's probably going to need a whole laser replacement. Which will be a whole nother thing for me to teach myself and film on YouTube for you guys. Alright. 2 more screws on this side before we put the fan assembly back into place. Alright, that's the last one there. Now, get this fan assembly back in place very easily. Slid in there. And perfect. And we're going to put these 2 screws down. And we're going to keep, make it fall into place. We're going to keep this open like this when we test it in a minute here. I'm not going to put the clamshell back on just yet, because I want to test it without it. See that I can at least get it somewhat, you know, tightened. Okay. Alright, that's back on. So we'll go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and put this back plate on next. Slide it on. Now, we're going to go ahead here and do this front plate. So, I've made this mistake several times. It doesn't go like this. You can put this on here like that, and it will slide on there. It just is not going to secure properly, and you will not be able to get the clips where they go. Have it like this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, hold on. Oh, no. Both of you at the same time. There we go. Everything's where it's supposed to be. Hand tighten these a little bit. Not much. Just enough so that they'll stay in there when I put the screwdriver on it. And as you guys can see, like for an old GameCube that, to my knowledge, has never been cracked open before I started cracking it open and tinkering with it, it is not bad. This is not bad at all. It's pretty darn clean on the inside. And I've only done very, very minimal cleaning with it, too. I haven't had to do much. Okay, so, and yes, again, I'm going to kind of do this without edits, just to try to do it. I'm going to move you guys over here. And adjust camera angles. Live. Adjust the camera angles live. We can move that down a little bit. Alright. So that I can see it on the TV. You guys will not be able to see it on my TV, just with the way my TV setup is. But I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do with my hands on this, and what disc I'm going to test with. We're going to first test with Lego Star Wars, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to show you it with 2 different discs, just so we can see it, and show that it's not just discs that's doing the discs. Alright, so what we need to do, because this will not run the disc with this like this unless we trick it into thinking that the shell is on and the door is closed. Let's see me with this little doohickey right here that you can kind of see. So we're going to hold that down. That's going to trick it into thinking that the hatch is closed. Hit our power button. Hit our power button. Oh, hold on. That's my bad. I did not have the power supply plugged in. I unplugged it. Alright, so, anyway. Embarrassing moments on YouTube. Here's what happens when you don't edit. This is why I need an editor. Alright, hold that down. Turn on our power. Alright, we are reading or attempting to read. Holy crap, we did it! Oh, finally, after hours of working on it, when I go and film the YouTube video, we did it. All right, so we are going to turn it off. Let it think that the door is closed. Take this disc off. We're going to test it with one more disc. This time robots, and hold it. Cut our power on. Make sure it wasn't a one-off. Yes! All right, YouTube, we did. We did it. We fixed it. I'm gonna take you off of here so you can... All right. Fantastic. Thank you guys so much for watching. We've done it. All righty, guys. Thank you so much. I'll be back with more repairs, hopefully, because I kind of enjoyed fixing this. So, yeah. Awesome. See you guys in the next video. Let me know what you think I should try repairing next. And, I'll I'll do my best to make it happen. Thank you guys so much. Hope you guys learned some stuff from here other than me not being able to edit very well. That will change as the channel grows, if it grows. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.